welcome to the Precious Divinity Show. My name's Precious Divinity, and I have a good show planned for you tonight. I hope you enjoy it. My first guest defines the word musician, a true professional and bassist for country, alternative country, and rock bands in Central California. Please welcome Roland Jones. Roland, how you doing?
Great.
It's nice to have you
It's
here.
a very nice introduction.
Well, thank you. I was interested in everything I read about you, so I wanted to have you on as a guest here. So professionally, you have a formal education centered in management, business, and consultation.
Mm-hmm.
So on the business end of things, tell us what you do, and then we'll go into the musical stuff.
Sure. Well, I have the degree, and I actually attended college up through my doctoral program, but
Wow.
never wrote the book, wrote the dissertation.
Right.
But it's all around business and change and, how you deal with it in organizations. And so
Right. And so as a consultant, what do you do?
a lot of it is just helping them understand the issues that they're facing and they're looking at and providing some, we call it intervention, an intervention of ideas, of strategies that might get them by that.
Right. So I'm curious, being a successful musician, what made you want to help other artists?
I think a lot of my own struggles, probably have contributed to that. And I've always been a person, I think, that likes to give back. I've reached that age, maybe,
Right,
self-actualization,
Yeah.
So,
I know, if you could prevent anyone that struggles.
Right. And I see musicians, we tend to make the same mistakes, and it's a very, the music industry is a very complicated business.
Right. That's
Right.
the thing a lot of people forget, is that it's a business. I thought, I have this talent, and sometimes it doesn't matter. There is a
Yeah, that's
business
right.
side of it, and that's
so true.
what a lot of people don't understand about it. So I noticed that you did a lot of the graphic artistry on the CDs. So is that something you like to do?
It just kind of emerged, yes, I love doing that. I'm not as great of an artist as I'd like to be, but, I can kind of come up with the ideas and present them to bands or
Right.
musicians.
Who better to present them than
Yeah.
yourself? Yeah, I know.
That's one of the mistakes I see bands making, is that they don't have a consistent image.
Right.
And they market themselves every time it's something different.
Mm-hmm.
And, so I try to help them be a little more consistent in their marketing messages. So that
Right.
they are.
So you can
Yeah.
get the branding started. Now that's what they
Exactly.
call it now. I
Yeah.
know you're probably old school like I
Yeah,
am.
that's right. You got to
But-
brand yourself.
Yeah, that's interesting. So you also have your own studio in which you do demo production and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
It's basically a demo studio, home
Uh-huh.
studio. But I like to take artists who have never been in a recording studio environment and help them, through that process and learn how to be creative. When you go into normal full service studio, you really don't know what to do, and it can be a little overwhelming at first.
Right, that's true.
And you
That's
waste
true.
money if you're.
I know. There's a lot of bands I know that buy up studio time and then they go in there to practice.
Yeah,
Like me,
right.
when I was going through recording demos and stuff, I would get everything worked out, and then you're just in there for a few hours and you
Yeah.
get it done and go back out. So,
You have to know what you're doing in that environment.
right.
I've heard so many bands. What really got me started with that was, I had so many of my friends, hand me a CD that they recorded in a studio that sounded nothing like the kind of music they make,
Right. So
And-
maybe they were trying to go a little more commercial and forgot who they were or something.
Well, the guys turning the knobs, they just don't always, they don't really, they have their own views. I mean, if it's your music, if you've written it, and you have a
Right.
sound in mind, you have to be able to convey that to
Right.
them, or else they're
Right.
going to just do what, they think needs to be done to get you through whatever the hour or 2 hours that you booked.
Right, and then sometimes it's nothing to them anyway but a paycheck, so it's like, next.
Right,
So are you able to help with all kinds of instrumentation? I know bass is your main forte.
Oh, yeah. Well, yes. I mean, I can help with them with, I guess the other musicians bring a little bit more out of what they're playing,
Right,
and I also invite them to, if they have a sound in mind, to bring it in. Let's throw the kitchen sink at it is my
right,
philosophy, and find out what emerges as a really good sound.
right.
And
So how successful are you with that? Have any of the bands made it anywhere?
Well, I think, we've moved the ball forward, and
Exactly.
that's what I try to do is try to get them to that point where they, and I think I've been really successful in that end.
Right.
We haven't had any big hits, or it's
Hey,
not really intended.
you know what, but if it's good music,
yeah, exactly.
who cares? That's what's important,
Right. And then,
the world will catch on at some point.
Yes, right. And once it's recorded and it's preserved, and it's out there, and so it really does become intellectual property, and part
That's
of their
true.
legacy, and
Right.
their family will have that for a long time.
And so like you were talking about, you help to assist bands and solo artists with all aspects of developing their image. Is it difficult to make them understand what a business it is, or, do you have to change the clothes around like sometimes we see on regular TV, to fit that image, or you just try to make what they do, bring out what they do?
Some people do get it, and understand that it is a business, and when you're in someone's establishment, it may not be okay to say the F word,
Right, because the images that are out there are, party time, and,
and
it's
then, there are the others that just like, well, they just want to say it for the shock value, and, and not, like they act like they don't care, but when they're not able to play somewhere, so, I try to bridge that a little bit, because I want them, whoever's there, I want them to be who they want to be,
Right.
But sometimes, there are many establishments where that's okay, and maybe that's where you want to be, you don't want to be in a family diner,
Yeah. There are those people who do though.
Right. They think, oh, we've got a gig.
Yeah, so you pretty much take their vision and run with that. That's really great. A lot of the people that I have on my show help others, and so there's a common thread there. There are people out there who really do care, and either have been through the struggle, or like some people have not, but they just want to help others, and I think that's a really genuine place to come from. So thank you for that. I did a lot of music. I don't know if you read about me, but it's difficult, and way back when, before the industry changed with computerization of everything, it was real hard to get your foot in the door. Now you can go online and market yourself and promote yourself and all that by yourself. So
first question, when I book time, when someone books time with me, the first question, we just have a little conversation, and I always ask them, what's your goal? What do you want to accomplish?
Right.
And it's really amazing some of the feedback that I get, and I see how people buy into like the American Idol thing.
Well, that's what they shove down our throats. So, some people only think that's what there is, but there's a whole layer down there of existing musicians, and
successful ones.
You're one of them. How long have you been? Well, I know that the answer to that question. You've been playing bass since age 15, so obviously the talent came before the education.
I started on drums. And after about a year of taking drum lessons at the Star House of Music, she was kind enough to let my parents know, that it was like taking money, stealing money from us, that I really wasn't talented in that way. It kind of hurt me. I didn't have drums either. But, so somewhere along the line, someone put a guitar in my hand. But everyone plays guitar, and thought it would be a better idea if I moved over to bass. And so I learned how to play actually in a church. Pentecostal church, and
I read that.
It was a very great environment because they never punished me for the mistakes I made, and they were always very encouraging, and it helped me grow. And I think too often that's what happens in kid learning how to play, and he gets in a band, and or goes through formal lessons, is that they're always told of the mistakes, and I never had that.
Right. Well, let's get more into that after the commercial break. I'm going to play a video first, and then we'll talk more about your musical education. Thank you. We'll be right back after the commercial.
This segment brought to you by Great Harvest Bread Company, where fresh milled 100% whole grain flour and baking from scratch is our way of life. Great Harvest Bread Company, Champlain and Perrin.
For all of your real estate needs, call Mike Briggs Properties, 559-486-6758, or check us out at MikeBriggsProperties.com.
For Italian cuisine, you've grown up knowing that DiCicco's in Clovis has the best. Now, for grown-ups, DiCicco's Lounge at Clovis and 4th in downtown Clovis for your after-work relaxation and all of your special events needs. DiCicco's Clovis Lounge. Future Prospects Baseball invites you to visit their state-of-the-art facility. Our coaches have years of professional experience that can help you improve your baseball or softball skills in private or group lessons. Drop by for the day or become a monthly or yearly member or join one of our age-appropriate travel teams. Bring your future prospects by weekdays from 3 to 9 p.m. or noon to 5 on weekends. Future Prospects Baseball, 5125 North Gates, just north of Shaw Avenue, or call 274-9930. Find us on the web at futureprospectscentral.com.
Are you currently shopping for solar? Give Solar Negotiators a call. You see, what they do is they fill downtime at a reduced rate to make sure that you always get the best deal. Don't find out later that you could have bought your solar for thousands of dollars less. Call Solar Negotiators.
If you're looking to go solar with confidence and have someone represent you in this transaction, give Solar Negotiators a call at 844-OWN-SOLAR or visit solarnegotiators.com.
When someone you love needs more assistance in daily life than you can offer, think Magnolia Park Assisted Living in Visalia. Serving the Valley for more than a decade, Magnolia Park is a life-affirming community, offering healthcare on a personalized level, a proactive lifestyle suited to individual ability along with spiritual enrichment. Residents and their families are cared for with respect and knowledge of aging, infirmity, or memory loss. Our professional staff believes every resident has the right to love, laughter, compassion, and most of all, dignity. Schedule your tour today at MagnoliaParkAssistedLiving.net.
You have sleep questions? Mattress Land Sleep Fit has real answers. Oh, I feel like people need a map to find their way around some mattress stores.
No, what people actually need is BedFit. It's a diagnostic system that maps your body for you. It measures your height, your weight, your distribution of weight. It actually measures your lumbar curve and how flexible that is, along with a little bit of pain questions, and we're going to find the right fit for you.
The right fit for me?
The right fit for you.
Shouldn't have bought that GPS.
Yeah, it was probably a bad move on your part.
Mattress Land Sleep Fit. The right bed, the right experience, the right price.
Viewers of Central Valley Talk, what is your home worth? The experienced agents of Mike Briggs Properties are offering a free property valuation if you mention Central Valley Talk. Find the value of your property for free. Call Mike Briggs Properties at 486-6758. Mention Central Valley Talk. Mike Briggs Properties, 486-6758.
CentralValleyTalk.com.
Hi, and welcome back to the Precious Divinity Show. In a minute here, I'm going to play a video that RJ produced and played on. But first, I'd like to ask the man himself how the song came to be and if you have any comments on it before we play it.
Well, it was one of Carlos Liscom's songs in CJ, and he just found his way into the studio, and we worked through some ideas. I mean, he's had the song for a long time. And, I think we added a bridge to it that wasn't there before. We did it a little differently anyway.
Right.
It still lacks a guitar. We never got that far with it. But we play it. I play with his band now.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it is cool. Kind of worked into it, I guess.
Right.
Didn't really want to be in classic rock, but he's classic rock, and we find a way to get songs like Pickup Truck into it, which...
Right. It's a relaxing song. Yeah. I really enjoyed it. So without further ado, let's go ahead and play That Old Pickup Truck by C.J. Liscomb.
Always pull through
back now through all of those times that truck held together with nickels and dimes. I joined the service and went away. Said I would come back and drive it someday. It was a road through windy curves and handled real smooth when it had to swerve. It carried us through and down on our luck. It's nice to remember that old pickup truck. I called my dad and said I'm picking it up. Gonna restore that old pickup truck. When I opened that door while holding the keys, I said I'm gonna give back what you gave to me. It was a road through windy curves and handled real smooth when it had to swerve. It carried us through and down on our luck. It's nice to remember that old pickup truck. It's nice to remember that old pickup truck. It's nice to remember that old pickup truck. It's nice to remember that old pickup truck.
Welcome back to the Precious Divinity Show. That was a video that my friend here, RJ, produced and played bass on. It's called That Old Pickup Truck by CJ Liscombe. So I wanted to get a little bit more into you as a musician. You know, we started out talking about the business end of things, and you know, I thought it'd be interesting to take a little history lesson and how you got started. But like I said before, you learned how to play bass at the age of 15. Who tutored you?
My cousin Rob had a little bit of it, you know, and I never really had a formal bass lesson.
You said you picked up a guitar first.
Yeah, I picked up a guitar, you know, and I mean, we were just kids, you know. So I
Right.
think someone pointed out that the top four strings of the guitar are the same on a bass,
Huh.
you know, so it kind of pushed me over there. My brother plays the guitar,
Right.
you know, and that my first band was kind of a family band, you know.
Right,
like
right.
it is
And
for a lot of people.
you know, in producing music, you know, there's so much of a raw quality to it when you have an actual bass player, guitar player, you know, as opposed to now things are so digital, you know, someone might be going doom 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 on the keyboard to make a bass
That's
sound.
right. That's right.
You know, so
I have a friend who is credited as a drummer on several recordings, you know, because he would push the buttons or whatever.
right, had
You
a
know?
drum machine.
Yes, right.
So tell me about Harley Huggins of the Texas Playboys.
Harley was a very special guy in my life, I guess. You know, he attended my church, and but you know, he used to, when I was a kid, and I was too dumb to know it, you know, at the time. But he would go over to his house and visit him, and he'd tell us days of being in with Bob Wills, and Bob Wills was a huge entertainer, you know. I mean,
Right.
And I learned later that he'd left and followed Bob at like 16 years old. You know, he'd come from Texas, and so when Bob was here, you know, I mean, his life fell apart really with alcohol, and you know, and his family left him, and so he came to church.
Right.
and-
Good place to go.
Yeah, and he would give me these nice little lessons, you know. He'd point out to me, he was so arthritic that he couldn't play. You know, and he'd show me all the pictures, you know, of starring at the different, you know, films. Bob Wills was in several Hollywood films, and
Right.
Harley was in some of them, you know. And
Right.
he would show me and tell me about it, but I was just dumb. I didn't get it, you know. And I joined the Navy and went away, and
Oh, yeah?
yeah, and so and he died while I was in the Navy, and you know, and I never got to really, when I years
Oh,
later.
you just had that little piece of time with him, huh?
Yeah.
Talk about going to church.
But
Sometimes God just puts people in your life like
that's
that.
right. I found a CD that he had done.
Oh, yeah? Unreleased?
It was released later because he had a following in England.
Oh.
And it was all the old acetates when he was on KMJ.
Uh-huh.
He used to have a show, and they had all the acetates. Someone took those acetates and made a record for Harley Huggins and the Barn Dance Gang.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's really great.
Yeah. So now you play for Cowgirls in Handcuffs.
Right. Which is alternative country, which no one gets. It's
Right.
more rock and roll than it is country. Tony Perry is a good songwriter and good friend and collaborator.
And you worked on this CD cover right here, huh?
Yes. Yeah, it was Tony's idea, and we just made it happen, that's the initial release of the CD, which we've given away, and, I think we started to charge a little bit now in the second pressing of it.
Right.
But, it's really a great CD, a great idea, kind of.
Right.
We're not always really happy with California,
Yeah.
That's our mascot on there, Raylene.
Uh-huh.
And she's featured in a song called Porch Swing.
Oh.
Yeah, and it's one of our favorite songs.
All right. Well, geez. I was talking to you a little bit behind the scenes, and you were saying that you worked with that band and had a little bit of falling out, and now you're with them again. And so things are great there. What other projects are you working on right now?
Oh, with Tony, we're working on a new project, unnamed, but it's all originals. Mm-hmm. And the songs are amazing.
Wow.
I can't wait to get on stage and start playing them.
Right,
we'll
right.
record it. But Tony's really progressed, as a songwriter. He's always had great songs, but these are just, way up there.
Uh-huh.
Really good.
Wow. Well, I thank you for coming to my show today.
Thank you.
I really appreciate it. I look for exceptional talent, and, when I found you, I was like, I'm going to steal him for my show. So I appreciate you coming on here.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, this has been Roland Jones, better known as RJ. And we're going to go to a commercial break, and then we'll come right back with the Precious Divinity Show. Thank you.
This segment brought to you by Black Living Water, your one-stop source for all of your health and energy needs. Black MP makes up for nutrients lost to filtering, pasteurization, and processing, and it provides the probiotics and humic and fulvic minerals that can lead to optimized functioning of all the body's cells and systems, increased energy levels, and overall enhanced health and well-being. A scoop of Black MP in 16 ounces of water once or twice a day can help you achieve your health and performance goals. For more information, go to our website, blackmp.net, or call us at 559-799-9879.
Are you currently shopping for solar? Give Solar Negotiators a call. You see, what they do is they fill downtime at a reduced rate to make sure that you always get the best deal. Don't find out later that you could have bought your solar for thousands of dollars less. Call Solar Negotiators.
If you're looking to go solar with confidence and have someone represent you in this transaction, give Solar Negotiators a call at 844-OWN-SOLAR or visit solarnegotiators.com.
For all of your real estate needs, call Mike Briggs Properties, 559-486-6758, or check us out at MikeBriggsProperties.com.
For Italian cuisine, you've grown up knowing that DiCicco's in Clovis has the best. Now, for grown-ups, DiCicco's Lounge at Clovis and 4th in downtown Clovis for your after-work relaxation and all of your special events needs. DiCicco's Clovis Lounge.
You have sleep questions? Mattressland Sleep Fit has real answers. Oh, I feel like people need a map to find their way around some mattress stores.
No, what people actually need is BedFit. It's a diagnostic system that maps your body for you. It measures your height, your weight, your distribution of weight. It actually measures your lumbar curve and how flexible that is, along with a little bit of pain questions, and we're going to find the right fit for you.
The right fit for me?
The right fit for you.
Shouldn't have bought that GPS.
Yeah, it was probably a bad move on your part.
Mattressland Sleep Fit. The right bed, the right experience, the right price.
In 1985, Larry Korth set out to help his friends, family, and community find affordable ways to buy a home or a business property. 30 years later, Mid-Valley Financial is the premier mortgage banker in the Central Valley. The professional staff at Mid-Valley will find the best mortgage products for your family. Mid-Valley Financial takes great pride in being the Central Valley's local lender. Visit us at midvalleyfinancial.com.
Viewers of Central Valley Talk, what is your home worth? The experienced agents of Mike Briggs Properties are offering a free property valuation if you mention Central Valley Talk. Find the value of your property for free. Call Mike Briggs Properties at 486-6758. Mention Central Valley Talk. Mike Briggs Properties, 486-6758.
CentralValleyTalk.com.
Hello, thank you for joining us again. We're back with the Precious Divinity Show. The best way I could think of to describe my next guest is to simply play one of his videos. So here's Feezy, Montana with Too Strong.
Yeah. We back, baby. Come on. I done been through things in my life. Feels like too much. I could have broke down and lost my mind, but I'm too strong. Yeah, I seen the good, bad, and the ugly, and I've seen many things grimy turn lovely. I seen them get money popping the bubbly. I seen the homies teach the OGs how to Dougie. I didn't lie, why them cops wanna cuff me? I'm walking with pride, but I ride like a Huffy. Even when skinny situations get chunky, I never hide, the streets are rough like rugby. I'm living life, got my pockets on husky. I'm feeling mad high, so I know I got the munchies. You know I'm strong like the grill on the Humvee. It's taking long, but I'ma do this for my family. I'm on my grind, haters need a hush puppy. 23, getting old, I'm cold like a new slushy. And I'm headed to the top, do not rush me, because I'm trying to get a lot more than just money. Come on. I done been through things in my life, feels like too much. I could have broke down and lost my mind, but I'm too strong. Come on. I done been through things in my life, feels like too much. I could have broke down and lost my mind, but I'm too strong. Come on. Yeah, I've seen too many things in my life, but I can't recall everything in my mind. I just remember being sharp like a knife. When them haters before I go left to set it off right. That's why I'ma shine whenever the sun is bright. Now I'm looking at the past like one hell of a night. Why do these people wanna catch me on sight? Because I stay on my guard, putting up a fight. If I stay on my grind, then I'ma be alright. Another city, another state, to a different flight. Been through so much, but made it out alright. The hood done showed us it's better to be tight. I done grown up and things ain't looking nice. I'm getting treated wrong even though I know my rights. I'm smooth like a 7 when I'm rolling dice. The only soldier up in heaven that is rocking ice. I done been through things in my life, feels like too much. I could have broke down and lost my mind, but I'm too strong. Come on. I done been through things in my life, feels like too much. I could have broke down and lost my mind, but I'm too strong. Come on. Yeah, I done been there and done that. Everybody showing me love like I made a comeback. So I thank the man above for the drum clap, and I thank everybody else because I love rap. And I'm doing what I can just to make a stack, showing y'all who I am, a hustler from the trap. I'm doing music for my fam, now it's a rap. As soon as I make it big, we moving out the shack. Struggle is what I did, we moving in the pack. Cancer up in my cig, you hear it on every track. Hustling out the crib, we cooking it into crack. Bullet hole in my rib for the time I did attack. Every show that I did now, I'ma make a rack. Without my crew, and I really don't give a crap. For the love that I get now, I'ma give it back. I just wanna live a better life for my fam. I done been through things in my life, feels like too much. I could have broke down and lost my mind, but I'm too strong. Come on. I done been through things in my life, feels like too much. I could have broke down and lost my mind, but I'm too strong. Come on. I done been through things in my life, feels like too much. I could have broke down and lost my mind, but I'm too strong. Come on.
And that was Too Strong by Feezy, Montana. And here is the man behind the song. Feezy, welcome.
How you doing?
Good. How are you? You got lost on your way here, huh?
Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking.
It was north. North.
Yeah, I went the other way.
Oh, no, I know. I kept saying, he said he was here already. And I was standing out there, boy. But I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you made it. So I was talking to you while the video was rolling.
Mm-hmm.
That's commercial. It's ready to go.
Yeah, like I said, the
and
producer
that's one of
has
your
something.
older ones.
Yeah, that was I think about 4 or 5 years ago, 3 or 4 years ago. Yeah, so the creativity was there. The producer sent me the beat and with the hook already on it, and I worked on it, sent it back to him. He said I needed a video, so we shot a video. And just so happens, my family was having a little get together that day.
Right.
That I wanted the specific date I wanted to shoot the video on, so we kind of just combined it, and that's how it came out. So.
Right on. Well, I really like that. I like your style. Do you ever do any of the production, or you just do the writing?
Actually, I started making beats probably about like 4 years ago. Yeah, because everybody was charging an arm and a leg for these instrumentals.
So do it yourself.
Yeah, exactly. So learned it myself and mastered it, and I started making my own material. Then so it worked out for the better.
So that's some of the newer stuff that you have out there.
A lot of actually, I bring you something.
Oh,
this
cool.
is the new project.
Thank you.
So there's actually something on there that I made, and then stuff from last year. A lot of things that I made I had produced, and then stuff this year that I'm working on I produced.
Right. And so are you affiliated with any label?
No.
No, not right now.
No.
Just doing the indie, huh?
Just doing me.
Right on. Go indie artists.
I know.
So you've performed quite extensively in the local music scene here in Fresno. How'd you get your foot in the door with that?
It's pretty much doing what I do, standing out.
And I read something somewhere about Team something.
Team Montana?
No. Never mind. I didn't write that in my notes. But so anyway, how'd you get involved in the local club scene here?
Pretty much ever since I've done my first show, like I said, I've always been the one to stand out. When later on during the night, people recognize my face, they're like, yeah, you remember that guy? Mm-hmm. So I always try to stand out and be different from everybody else and bring that energy on stage that you would see at a major venue paying $30 for a ticket.
Right, there you go.
And mainstream artists bring to the table. So I try to do that every show.
Right,
I try to make sure I'm coming off the stage sweating,
just
tired, like I ran 2 miles. So
that
got me looked at and got me noticed. So ever since then, I have all these promoters and other artists and people just putting me on these shows. So very blessed, and I work hard at what I do.
Right. So are you more comfortable on the stage or in the recording booth?
On the stage.
Yeah.
Yes, on the stage, definitely. I've been in many studios and have my own sessions, but for some reason on that stage, you just get that high and that
energy from the audience.
Yeah,
too.
Exactly. The audience too. I feed off the audience, so I just try to bring that to the table every show I do.
Mm-hmm. So now you write your own beats.
Yes.
And so explain your songwriting process to me. Do you get the music first, or is it always different, or?
Yeah, I always go off the instrumental. Sometimes I'll go through like 30 beats and won't even pick one, and then I'll play something out of nowhere, and then like it'll just hit me right there. And then I used to write on the paper.
I get that stream of consciousness thing. It's like I'm just moving the pen,
words just start hitting you, and you just start writing it. I type now on my phone.
Oh, do
so
you?
I don't write no more, but I type now. So I'm just, and I don't know where it's coming from.
I know. Sometimes I'll write a word, and I'm like, what does that mean?
Yeah,
now I have to look at a dictionary.
Like,
yeah, that's
sense.
what I meant.
It made sense.
Exactly.
So you get in that zone, and it just happens.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that's true. But that is a talent. That's a gift. And a lot of people don't realize that. There's people who force it out, and hey, if that works for you, cool. But being an indie artist, as I was, it's nice to be recognized
Yes,
because,
definitely.
there's definitely a difference between a gift and a talent
Definitely,
even.
definitely.
And when they go hand in hand, it's a beautiful thing. And it's
Yes.
time for the world to start recognizing what's
real.
out there not being heard.
Exactly.
So here's your latest CD, Team Montana.
Hard
It's
work
called
pays
Hard
off.
Work Pays Off. So
Yes, definitely speaks for itself.
what's the title track? Is there one
Um,
more than other that you think's gonna
I think
blow up first? Or?
a lot of people like number one on there. It's called Damn Thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty much it. Bring in the new year with something just I've never done before,
Right.
and it just stepped it up to a whole different level. And I have 2 records on there for the ladies, which I always try to bring the ladies into
Right.
into the circle, and so I always have to do something for the ladies, and all the other ones I got one for the clubs, and so.
Mm-hmm. Right on. So what else can we expect after this? I mean, if you're creative, I'm sure you're always writing. You
always,
just,
always. New beats, new records, working with new artists, new producers, new everything. So I can't stop.
I know, won't stop. So we're going to take a commercial
Okay.
break, and we'll be right back with Feezy, Montana.
This segment brought to you by Mirelis Wellness Dental. For your personalized and comfortable dental care, visit Dr. Mirelis.
In 1985, Larry Korth set out to help his friends, family, and community find affordable ways to buy a home or a business property. 30 years later, Mid-Valley Financial is the premier mortgage banker in the Central Valley. The professional staff at Mid-Valley will find the best mortgage products for your family. Mid-Valley Financial takes great pride in being the Central Valley's local lender. Visit us at midvalleyfinancial.com.
For all of your real estate needs, call Mike Briggs Properties, 559-486-6758, or check us out at MikeBriggsProperties.com.
Are you currently shopping for solar? Give solar negotiators a call. You see, what they do is they fill downtime at a reduced rate to make sure that you always get the best deal. Don't find out later that you could have bought your solar for thousands of dollars less. Call Solar Negotiators.
If you're looking to go solar with confidence and have someone represent you in this transaction, give Solar Negotiators a call at 844-OWN-SOLAR or visit solarnegotiators.com.
When someone you love needs more assistance in daily life than you can offer, think Magnolia Park Assisted Living in Visalia. Serving the Valley for more than a decade, Magnolia Park is a life-affirming community, offering healthcare on a personalized level, a proactive lifestyle suited to individual ability along with spiritual enrichment. Residents and their families are cared for with respect and knowledge of aging, infirmity, or memory loss. Our professional staff believes every resident has the right to love, laughter, compassion, and most of all, dignity. Schedule your tour today at MagnoliaParkAssistedLiving.net.
You have sleep questions? Mattressland Sleep Fit has real answers. Oh, I feel like people need a map to find their way around some mattress stores.
No, what people actually need is BedFit. It's a diagnostic system that maps your body for you. It measures your height, your weight, your distribution weight. It actually measures your lumbar curve and how flexible that is, along with a little bit of pain questions, and we're going to find the right fit for you.
The right fit for me?
The right fit for you.
Shouldn't have bought that GPS.
Yeah, it was probably a bad move on your part.
Mattressland Sleep Fit. The right bed, the right experience, the right price.
You can advertise your business, your product, or your event on Central Valley Talk, the Valley's only internet television station. Several of our programs are also picked up on Dish and cable networks. For the best advertising dollar, call Central Valley Talk at 579-1360. Viewers of Central Valley Talk, what is your home worth? The experienced agents at Mike Briggs Properties are offering a free property valuation if you mention Central Valley Talk. Find the value of your property for free. Call Mike Briggs Properties at 486-6758. Mention Central Valley Talk. Mike Briggs Properties, 486-6758.
CentralValleyTalk.com.
Hi, and welcome back to the Precious Divinity Show. My name's Precious Divinity, and I'm here with my guest, Feezy, Montana. Hey. So we're going to play another video from Feezy here called Every Chance. Can you
Yes.
tell me a little bit what that one's about?
Well, like in the beginning of the video, I actually introduced it in the video.
Mhm.
But this video
okay.
is pretty much how I've progressed. All the artists I've worked with, it's like a slideshow, but it's a music video.
Okay.
So it's like a little timeline just showing you what I've been through in a couple years span, and with a
Great.
little music in the background. So
Well, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, Feezy, Montana with Every Chance.
what's going on, y'all? It's Feezy, Montana, and I'm bringing you a brand new video directed by my boy Ike Z, man. This is off one of my singles called Every Chance. What I'm doing is pretty much showing you guys my road to success from where I began to now and the level that I took it to, putting in all this hard work, making all these sacrifices. I'm showing you guys show footage, pictures with all these artists that I've worked with over these years and everybody that shows me love and all the people that I know personally. So I want to shout out to all my fans, all my supporters, all the artists that I've worked with. Shout out to Ike Z, shout out to my team, and man, we just gonna make it happen. So I appreciate the love. Check out the video, let me know what y'all think.
Five on the boys.
Yeah. Feezy, Montana. Fly money. I know we go through a lot. We just gotta stay strong. Stay focused. Let's go. Came up from the bottom, headed to the top. Been through all these problems, now they giving me a shot. Been through all the drama, so I'm working what I got. Things are looking better cause I didn't have a lot. Shout out to my family, they put me on the spot. Shout out to my brodies, all the homies on the block. Shout out to my women friends, they told me I was hot. Before I had the feeling, I was feeling like I'm not. They had me in a cage that was smaller than a box. Trying to make a change for all my people selling rocks. No more getting locked up, no more running from the cops. No more stacks of money being put up in our socks. Now it's bank accounts and putting money in the stock. Shout out to my people cause we got it on lock. Working on being a better person for me. I gotta be strong and then I gotta believe. Came up from the bottom, I told them that I would make it. I thought selling my soul would make me famous. Got a heart full of gold, I wouldn't trade it. Got every chance in the world, so I'ma take it. Came up from the bottom, I told them that I would make it. I thought selling my soul would make me famous. Got a heart full of gold, I wouldn't trade it. Got every chance in the world, so I'ma take it. Came from the bottom, now everybody hating. Trying to make a living off the money that I'm making. Trying to feed my son because his mama is impatient. Time is of the essence and I bet that I'ma make it. I just need a blessing from my family, y'all been waiting. The devil wants my soul but I won't sell because it's taken. Life is getting better cause I know I cannot waste it. Trying to stay positive and that negative will change it. The industry is tough no matter what, I gotta face it. I'm getting so much love, I'm shaking hands and kissing babies. They told me I will last if I don't end up going crazy. But I need a Grammy, I won't stop until they chase me. Put all that money in my face but I don't need it. I'ma die to keep my pride, make everybody see it. I'm working on being a better person for me. I gotta be strong and then I gotta believe. Came up from the bottom, I told them that I would make it. I thought selling my soul would make me famous. Got a heart full of gold, I wouldn't trade it. Got every chance in the world, so I'ma take it. Came up from the bottom, I told them that I would make it. I thought selling my soul would make me famous. Got a heart full of gold, I wouldn't trade it. Got every chance in the world, so I'ma take it. Came up from the bottom, I told them that I would make it. Yeah, I told him I would make it. Got a heart full of gold, I wouldn't trade it. I got a heart full of gold, I wouldn't trade it. Came up from the bottom, I told him that I would make it. Yeah, I told him I would make it. Got a heart full of gold, I wouldn't trade it. I got a heart full of gold, I wouldn't trade it. Came up from the bottom, I told him that I would make it. I thought selling my soul would make me famous. Got a heart full of gold, I wouldn't trade it. Got every chance in the world, so I'ma take it. Came up from the bottom, I told him that I would make it. I thought selling my soul would make me famous. Got a heart full of gold, I wouldn't trade it. Got every chance in the world, so I'ma take it. Yeah, I told him I would make it. I got a heart full of gold, I wouldn't trade it.
I told him I would make it. I got a heart full of gold, I wouldn't trade it.
You enter this door with expired tags. Beyond is another dimension, a dimension of regulations, a dimension of long waits. You have reached the registration zone. What looks like an ordinary shop is actually Mitchell Smog, located in the heart of the Tower District, a few minutes from the DMV. Mitchell Smog offers your vehicle a STAR-certified smog inspection. So remember Mitchell Smog when you need to pass through the registration zone.
CentralValleyTalk.com.
Hi, we're back to the Precious Divinity Show. I'm here with my guest, Feezy Montana.
Yes.
And you just watched a video of his called Every Chance. So is there anything else you wanted to get out there to the fans? Upcoming shows, new material?
I appreciate the support. You know, Facebook, Feezy Montana, Twitter, Feezy AO Montana, Instagram, Feezy Montana. Check out my YouTube page, Feezy Montana. You can actually Google me and you'll be surprised what pops up.
Right. So how long did this CD take to work on?
That probably took a few months, between 6 to 8 months.
Mm-hmm.
And then we had to get it pressed up and, you know, making sure the material was correct. And so.
Right. So what's next in your plan for the CD?
I'm actually working on 2 projects right now. Shout out to my brother Tony Ray, Wild One Studios. We in there working. So I'm going to drop another project in the summer and another album in the wintertime.
All right. Sounds good. Well, I'd like to thank you again for coming to my show.
Anytime.
Will you come on again sometime?
Anytime.
Okay, great. Ladies and gentlemen, Feezy Montana. And the crowd roars. Okay, so right now I'm going to close the show with the funkiest band on the planet out of Philly, Supreem and the New Experience performing That Funk.
There's something stinking here. We're too funky for y'all.
and welcome back to the Precious Divinity Show. That was Supreme and the New Experience singing That Funk. I'd like to thank my guests tonight on the show, Roland Jones, Feezy Montana, and Supreme and the New Experience. I'd also like to give a shout out to my friend Nachos, who is going to come here and educate us tonight on the pitfalls of the music industry. However, he is in England and he got a DJ gig, so we'll try and see him in a couple of weeks here again. Make sure you look for the Precious Divinity Show the first and third Saturday of every month here on Central Valley Talk. Thanks and be safe.
At this time, we would like to thank you for flying with Divinity. Please make sure your tray tables are secured and your seat backs are in the proper position for landing. And please remember, in your future travels, Divinity flies above and beyond.
CentralValleyTalk.com